Greetings and welcome to another Alpha Magnus review. Just like the Rat King I've done before, Best Buy decided to put a bunch of stuff that I've been waiting to go on clearance on just a regular sale. So we've got the Goliath and Demona 2-pack here. This is what's sad. We kind of knew it was the end when they said collect them all, meaning that this is all you're getting because we are too dumb to run to promote these correctly. I'm sorry, NECA. Love you. This was done badly. These being in the electronics department, first off, nuked the line. They really should have had cross sells and released regular like toys for Gargoyles in the regular line. Because I'm gonna clue you in on something here. Your tiny adventure things always end up in toy departments. And then people see those and then they want to buy these. So if you'd have done the Toonie Terrors or whatever of these, probably would have been better. Realistically, this needed to be sold to a person. This age bracket is a person who has adult children. They're not even going in the toy aisle. Their children's children are now doing it. It's a weird time frame of this, because like maybe 36 to 40 year olds are the people who this is really meant for. Older than that, I'm older than that. You're not gonna see the turnaround that they were hoping for these. I think they were hoping these were gonna fly off the shelf. The other problem is there's no media for this right now. Like, I think you could watch it on Disney Plus. But the fervor wasn't there because they weren't ending up. In fact, I still see people sometimes when I post, I had no idea these existed. I want all of them. And I'm like, well, that's going to be fun. Have fun hunting those down. Some of them are still available everywhere. Other ones, not so much. Didn't really care about the packaging on this one. I just used the packaging to do that. This was still available at Best Buy and at quite a few other retailers because this is a re-release, essentially. There's the Goliath and Demona 2-pack there. I purchased this, A, for the extra parts, B, because they come with fold-down wings, and I need her wings that I had on another figure for Angela. And then I actually thought about buying another one of these and doing human Elisa, but then that means I gotta find. I could just use one of the things, but I do want to use the human Elisa face. Don't want to mess up my original one. There's a whole problem with being a customizer where you have to buy 50 of the same damn thing. The real problem is when you go to buy that thing, and then all you need is the face for her, right? Or an arm or a hand, and someone's charging more than the figure is currently available. Like, all right, so I could buy that for $36, or for $20 and $15 in shipping, I could buy a face online. Guys, we gotta pull back on that. That's crazy stuff. Crazy. So this pack is pretty much the same as the previous releases. I think they come with a few extra parts here and there. Man, the packaging on these leaves a little to be desired. I get that they're not doing the whole plastic-free packaging thing, but which I don't even like. But the problem is. There you go. These don't come with the regular wings. What are we doing? This was not a cheap set. I did not know that it didn't come with the regular wings. The flight wings are not included. That's fine. The other ones came with them. Wow. Cash grab. We're never going to get the ones that I really want, which were Cold Stone and Macbeth. Those were two of the coolest figure characters that we had. We're going to go over to these as well. This is a new head. Love this head. This looks very cartoony. I know she comes with the Phoenix. I can't remember what it's called. I think it's the Phoenix Charm. I can't remember. It's been so long since I watched this tablet. It's when they link each other by love or something. I don't know. She's trying to kill him half the time. Very strange show. Very soap opera-y. Soap operatic. If you've never watched Gargoyles before, literally stop this video right now and go watch the entire series. There's a couple turds in there, but for the most part, this series is astounding. I can't say it's A to Z great. That last season had some choices that were made, and it really bums me that we never got a sequel series at any point that kind of elaborated on it. I won't spoil it, but it does end in a way that I was like, what? Hold on. It's not the Matrix or anything like that, but it definitely was a head scratcher. Alright, so we got Goliath here. He seems to be a slightly different color than he previously was. I plan to use his extra wings for his extra one of these for Thalog, so that'll be cool. I would like to buy an extra one of these each to make the clones that they had. Like, if you can see my face right now. In canon, there were repaints of each figure as a clone. They were different colors. What are you doing, NECA? What are you doing? You had a repaint built into the entire store. Like, just do that. Just do that. Thalog is a clone. He's the clone of Goliath. And they didn't release any of those. Like, you want to know how to release these? 2-pack them. I'm telling you. They should have 2-packed them with the humans instead of doing the wing thing. Like, oh, you want Eliza Amaza? Well, you got to buy a clone with her. Okay, well, if I'm going to be buying the humans for this line, I'm probably going to buy that anyway. This is the head that came with it originally. I really like these. I really like the paint. There's a subtle shading to them. I'm going to have to do an end of line on these video since we're done with these ones. I believe, yeah, you can pop the heads off and put the different faces on the different things. So let's say you wanted this hair. Well, put this on here first. I think this might have been the line that introduced this to NECA, and this is great because it really makes for a lot of choices. Because a lot of times you run into that where, like, yeah, this. I love this hair. The face is cool, but he's just, I'm so angry. Put your angry eyes on. You can pop this on and have the cooler hair with the face that you wanted. Yeah, just a thing. That's an option. So it's actually, I don't know if I can put this on with the head on. So the other wings clip on here. They're extremely heavy and hard and weird. These ones are a lot lighter. I think this is probably going to replace my other Goliath as my main Goliath on here. But and I've thought about making these, and I might still do it. But I thought about making halfway wings. Whoa, we're halfway wings. Just so that you could have them, because 99.99% of the times they didn't have their wings like this. They didn't have them out. They had them in this like half position. There. That is a badass freaking action figure. Oh, it pains me so much. It does come with his mace. I never really cared for any of these weapons. This was used in like an episode. You do get, I believe this is her just regular blaster. Let's take a look at Demona. Looks like she's got a little more paint on her than previous. Like especially these lateral lines, I think they're painted, but I think they were just plain before. Do have her little arm charm here. An actual piece of metal on her leg, or maybe it's chromed plastic. Face is cool. I love that she has earrings. It's one of my favorite parts of this line. Is her having earrings. She does not come with an additional hairpiece, which that's kind of a bummer because she's kind of stuck with what she's got. Felt that coming for like 20 minutes. He does have this extra head as well, where he's smiling. I kind of like that too. Oh, jeez, he's got tons of faces, this guy. Look at all these faces. Why you couldn't have included those with the original? Like, I feel like a lot of this stuff, they purposely made this just to sell an additional one, and I get it. You're a company and you're trying to sell repaints. I don't have money for repaints anymore. That's why I gotta wait for super sales. Here's the Phoenix Gate. My brain remembered. I don't know why it was called that. I believe that's what this was. They put them together and then it does that. And they're linked somehow. I can't remember. It's been so long since I've watched this series. 10 years maybe. I rewatched the series more recently than it's been out. And it's still been 10 years. Great figures. My God. And you know what's really annoying? Is that there was another repaint for her, too, of the human Eliza, as I said, that I wanted to do a custom of. There was so much repaint potential, but I'm assuming that they just couldn't get retailers to buy it. Well, hey, here's a clue, guys. If there's not as many retailers willing to purchase this, maybe it's because you can't get it through Walmart and Target, but you could probably have got it through, I don't know, Nerdzoic, Big Bad Toy Store. Tons of different places have the ability to sell these. They don't want to purchase a ton of them because you're selling it at Target. Like, it makes some sense, guys. Here's a one face. Not really a fan of this one. This one's okay, but she looks kind of buck-teethed. I really feel like they nailed it with that first one. So all of these heads kind of, that one's okay. All these heads are just pale in comparison to the original, just smirking Demona. But you can still do the maybe pull the face plate off and swap them. So let's say you did want this one. Maybe they look better once you put them on. Now they're okay. It just doesn't look like the same figure. It looks like, and it's the paint, I think, not so much the sculpt. So if I decided to, maybe one day I'll go through and I'll swap those out. Her mullet here is actually pretty posable. It is not perfect, though. And I don't even think I needed to take that off. I'll be darned. Let's see here. Pop that on. Oh, my goodness. What is going on here? Might have to do some surgery on this before I can even get it in here. I'm going to try the old pinch and push tactic. You pinch this together. And push that in there. Yeah, it should work. Got it. As I said, these ones are probably going to replace the other ones. They do have a slightly better paint to them, but I can mix and match. I think the skin tones are pretty close on Demona. They might be completely different on him. It's been a while since I messed with that figure too. Give her a piece. Probably the wrong piece. Let me know in the comments how stupid I am, please. And then he gets a piece. Ta-da! We got our Gargoyles. The Gargoyles. Alternatively, they also come with not just these faces. I love trying to sell this line to people, because people are just like, oh, I just want them to look like the cartoons. I don't see how that isn't slightly more. She comes with 2 fists and 2 of the same, almost the same exact hand. Here's another thing NECA needs to do. Stop with this crap. Make your accessories all fit in the one hand, and then you don't have to worry about that. This one feels like it's supposed to be for the gun because it does have this. I guess the one thing Hasbro's done pretty good is made it sensible for there. There's another one. I feel like this one might be for holding that. It looks like it's specifically shaped for it. But yeah. Is this necessary for that? Probably made this figure cost more. 1,000,000 hands. I'm going to put them in a bag and I'm never going to look at them again. Here's the full Phoenix Gate as I showed before. And he's got these. He does come with an additional hairpiece. Looks like 3 extra faces. 2 fists, as one does. And then 2 of the same grabby hand. And he comes with a trigger finger for probably the Thalog gun. That wasn't included because it ain't gonna fit in this one. It might fit in there, but I'm not gonna try it. We're not gonna go down that route. And then of course the mace here that I used in half of an episode. That's it. That is the 2-pack Demona and Goliath with their folded wings. As I said, I might try to make halfway wings for most of these guys. I think one set of those wings would probably work for a ton of them. So we'll check it out. See. Till next time, I'm Alpha Magnus. These are toys.